So, my dear, how would you propose that we find out what this ghost wants from us?
I don't know. Ghosts are all different.
They don't talk in your books?
Some do. Some come rattling chains. Some of them have flames on their heads.
Did he have them rearrange footwear?
No, he must have a very silly ghost.
That's what
Maybe he can't talk.
She's even talking down to the ghost.
I don't talk down to anyone.
All right,
I
so
talk at people.
So you think he can't talk?
Nice pasty. Just give it the hand. See? You see what I'm saying? He's obviously not a very nice person either, if he stabbed that telegrapher and tried to shoot that silly man who asked all those silly questions of me.
I was getting ready to shoot that silly man.
Maybe there was another ghost. This person that we think is the ghost, if we're right, he was a reporter and he asked questions. That's what he did. And he sent, I guess he wrote articles and sent telegraphs. And so maybe there is some other ghost that's trying to stop this ghost.
That's the smartest thing you said all day. Yeah. Why would a reporter smash up a telegraph machine? He wouldn't do that.
Have you seen this other ghost in the mirror?
Maybe he can't show himself in the other mirror. Maybe he's more one of those chain rattling ghosts. Maybe we just haven't heard him yet.
No. No. We haven't.
Then how would you think there was another ghost? It sounds like you're
It doesn't make any
speculating
sense.
idly.
It doesn't make any sense
One must have
for a
a
dead
hypothesis.
reporter to go smashing up a telegraph machine. Does it?
You're right, it is merely speculation.
What just happened?
But as a doctor, as a doctor and as a man of science,
What just happened?
but as a doctor and as a man of science, you must occasionally propose hypotheses.
But they should have some basis in fact.
No, you search to prove them. That's the objective of the hypotheses. So
But
I'm
you speculate wildly. Unlike who says what he sees and what he hears. That's the way to go about solving any mystery. Let me turn this over so I can turn the page.
What just
Oh,
happened?
Joe.
Did she just compliment me?
Sometimes in investigating, you have to make speculative leaps. And I'll just stand up.
Guessing wildly is what you mean.
This is now you're arguing with this little girl. I'm gonna get up and walk out. That's how I'm
You
gonna turn
just
around, walk
walk
back,
away.
grab her book, close it, throw it on the floor again, and I'm gonna walk out.
He is the most fun person I have ever seen in my life. He's worse than Daniel. She picks her book back up. She goes to the very front of it, opens it up, and starts to read again.
He does have a certain swagger about him, doesn't he?
If you're worried about why a ghost is haunting you, you should try to find that out and stop it.
That's what we're trying to do, my dear. Then how would you go about finding that out? I mean, you've already walked off, but
Well, if it's a ghost of a man who died here. Wait, no, she doesn't know that.
yeah.
Okay. Well, if it's a ghost, he must have died here. So you have to find out who his killers were.
That's very smart. Thank you.
I am very smart.
Hey, I come walking back in.
Thank you. Where did you actually go? Just walked out
I
of the
just
church
walked
for just
out
a
of the
minute?
church.
Okay.
Hey, come walking
just kind
back
of walked
in.
around a circle around the church or something, and then walked right back in.
And then come get my mirror. Forgot my mirror. Now I'm walking out. Again.
Walk out. I'm actually walking out with him this time.
Okay.
It's
She
like-
goes right back to her book.
I'll just stand up, miss. Walk
Wait a
out.
minute. Doctor. Because you did tell the whole car at one point. I think it was said
Yeah.
that little family was only a little down the aisle from you. Where are you going with this mirror?
I don't know.
It's good sized. It's
Robert. Robert.
Not huge, but it's good size.
Robert. It's kitchen opening.
Okay.
Put
You,
my
doesn't
hat
take,
back
you
on
still have the,
as we
you
get
still have the
outside.
boots on. You haven't taken
Yeah,
the boots off.
because I think we're going back. I don't know where you're going. Cause
Where are you heading? Just
I don't know.
You just head south,
Just
kind of
walk.
towards the telegraph office. Here's the map. Just kind of just give me a
Well,
direction.
I gotta take his mirror
Here's
back
the
to
here's
him.
the front
I was
door.
gonna say, it's like we need to take that mirror. Oh, actually,
The front door's on the south
We
side.
need to take that mirror back.
So if you probably just could start heading down this way.
Yeah, I'll just start walking down right on the road. The mirror under my arm.
Okay. Is it in or out?
It doesn't matter. I'll look at it every 10, 15 steps. And I'll hold it up, look over my shoulder.
Oh, there he is.
I take any stops on my
Doc,
Yeah, he does.
Do I run into the back of him?
He's over here.
Doc, come here.
Wait a minute. Shit, you wouldn't be able to see that from here.
No.
He's over in this area. He's over on this road.
Come here.
What?
Come here.
I move up a little faster as quickly as I can.
Look over my
Okay.
shoulder.
Yeah, you can see him
You see
standing
him?
there now.
You see him?
He turns
You see him?
and he walks. He turns and he walks this way.
How the hell are we gonna?
And
Oh, that's
right,
awkward.
And he goes around the telegraph office. See what I'm saying? From you guys walking
Was he
here,
on the other side? Was he at the other?
he was over
street?
on this road because it's just a lower spot that's been
Right,
somewhat cleared
right.
in front of whatever house this is.
Right.
It's
The
just that's just a
doctor's?
house. The what? No, the doctor's is number
Doctor's house,
13.
yeah, doctor's number 13.
That's
actually
number 20.
That's actually
is-
Clyde's house.
Yeah, that's Clyde's house. Very good. He was here because you were walking this way.
Yeah.
And you kept turning. Whoa! Oh, there he is. And then, as soon as kind of you said doc, and then almost as soon and you didn't. I watched you. You didn't take your eyes off the mirror while you were calling to the doctor. And he, from the reflection, he turned. And he starts walking. And you're like, what the
Start
hell?
turning the mirror to
And
follow him.
the mirror turns, and then there's the telegraph office in the way. You know what I mean? He like.
So he walked behind the telegraph office
Yes.
from our perspective in
And
the mirror.
from your perspective, at first you're thinking he went the other way, but then it was the telegraph office that blocked you off from him. So you realized he was heading down the street, not up the street. You know how looking in the mirror sometimes things look. It just messes with
things
your
are awkward.
perception.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'll.
So he disappeared around this building because I was going to be like, well, he's right on here, but there's no way you'd even notice him there unless you're walking backwards. And I'm assuming at one point. You
So
just
he
kinda
basically,
turned-
then basically what he did was he came from around in here somewhere and walked this way.
No, he walked.
No, he
this
walked
way.
it, maybe either that way or straight down the street.
It had to be.
Right.
It had to be this. Oh wait, no. If we're coming from this way,
Right.
and he walked this way, I see where you're saying that the
It's
telegraph
either
office
he
was blocking.
walked this way or maybe behind the telegraph office. Again, perception is with the mirror.
It's difficult.
It's
It's difficult.
difficult.
Where are we
So-
right now when we spot? him doing that?
You were almost to the telegraph office when you spotted.
What is this? A field? Or what is?
It's just it's a very snowy, deep drifted spot. You only know that you're on a road because there's paths kind of put in it.
Then what I'm
These
going to do
probably
is
all
I'm
dirt roads
going
up
to
here.
shuffle as quickly as I can through the snow
Okay.
around the telegraph office to the back,
Okay.
and then start
Just
looking for him again.
trying to catch up with him.
Yeah, you can easily catch up, but he's slowed down by the snow, and you're coming up in his tracks.
Yeah.
So you're going to easily be able to stop him at any point. And once he starts to
Don't
get
you
off
think
the
we
road.
should return that mirror to
When
Mr.
we're done with
Johnson?
it. When we're done with it. We need it.
And like fumbling around like I'm.
Little girl should be
reaching
behind
my-
the telegraph office reading. About time you got here. No.
Reaching to my pocket with that vial.
Take a swig of this, please.
What is actually? I mean, do you know? I mean, like once again, I'm assuming my doctor character would know.
I don't know.
No,
My
no,
guess
what-
is that it's
what
mixed
is it-
with
what is
water.
What does it actually do? Does it would it like put you to sleep? Or does it just make you kind of mellow?
I think it mellows you. I think it is a cocaine.
Okay.
No, that's amphetamines. Because I was looking up the
Okay, that's fine.
last time they used drugs in the 20s. It wasn't
Right.
laudanum that you used. It was from some of the drugs that Ken found. Because he was looking for uppers and everything else. I think that I think it's
Also known as tincture of opium.
opium. That's what I'm trying to
Alcoholic
say. I thought it was
herbal
opium.
preparation. 10% powdered opium. The equivalent of 1% morphine.
Nice.
So that would mellow you
Bitter
out
to the
pretty good.
taste.
Yeah, an opiate would mellow you very quickly.
Laudanum contains almost all of the opium alkaloids, including morphine and codeine.
Yeah.
Potent narcotic.
How did they used to take it? Is there any kind of history on?
Historically used to treat a variety of ailments. Principal use was
Same kind.
analgesic and cough suppressant.
Oh,
So you
okay.
probably
Until the
take a
20th
spoonful.
century, laudanum was sold without a prescription and was a
Yeah.
constituent of many patent medicines.
Yeah. Well, Americans are very
Strictly
uptight about their
regulated.
drugs.
Whole opium preparation. Blah, 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 blah. It remains available by prescription in the United States.
Really?
So it's
Interesting.
probably a spoonful would probably be good. You could probably
Although
do
today
that.
the drug's
It doesn't
therapeutic
say how it was-
indications are generally confined to controlling diarrhea, alleviating pain, and easing withdrawal symptoms in infants born to mothers addicted to heroin or other opiates.
Oh gosh.
Opioids.
Okay.
You should just execute those people. That's
Wow.
not their business. We really should start.
Opium tincture is what it'd be called.
That's
Well, no, it'd be called laudanum.
Yeah,
It's called
or-
laudanum back in the
Tincture.
I know what I'm
opium.
saying is what it'd be called nowadays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No historical thing about how it was administered.
I don't
back
know.
in the
I'm trying to
1800s.
find.
Mostly, I just want to see. I guess you could still use it to kind of mellow you some, though. Even
Oh, yeah,
though
it would
even though
be
it's not
a-
really used to treat that.
It's usually as
exact
an
purpose.
analgesic too.
Yeah.
But a lot of people use laudanum to just relax themselves.
Yeah.
I need some laudanum. That'll bring me down. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
You always heard about it in all the Dickens novels.
Opium, and
stuff.
after 1820, morphine was mixed with everything imaginable: mercury, hashish, cayenne pepper, ether, chloroform, belladonna,
That's not for
whiskey,
medicinal
wine, and
use. That was
brandy.
just for.
All right.
That was for social.
We're carrying on.
That was for social use drug
Moving
use.
forward. It's already 11:10.
Oh damn it! I'm sorry, guys. Your investigation was somewhat slow, and I got really enjoying some of the role playing. So
Yeah, it's
sorry.
fun. It's been fun. I know. It's a little
okay,
we could roleplay it all night with this.
You find it again. You find him again.
Crap.
He's standing right in front of this the bar and grill, the sleeping wolf,
Okay, yeah. Well, I can't.
and he
walk-
turns and he goes in to the bar.
He went into the bar.
It's Friday.
What?
He went into the bar, into that sleeping wolf.
Did I see it?
Are you seriously doubting me now?
Do a perception check, because what you saw is you would catch a glimpse of him, focus on him, and then he would move and be gone. I mean, that's really good. And by the time the first time it was when you started calling him. Did you make it?
I rolled a 14.
Out of 13.
Well, yes.
You thought you might have caught a glimpse of somebody going into that bar, but it could have been somebody going into the bar. You're not sure if it was the gentleman whose reflection you saw or not.
I'm going over there.
Okay, I'm following him.
Okay. It looks like it. There's dim flickering kerosene lights that barely hold back the shadows. There are a few men huddled at the bar. They're trying to stay warm. There appears to be because there's not any heat in this place apparently.
Oh.
3 tables are spread haphazardly around the floor. A couple more men
Not
sit
even a
there.
fireplace or anything?
Preferring cold isolation to warm socialization. There's a billiards table set up near the right-hand wall, just below the window, but does little to keep out the bitter wind. So there's the wall. It's awful, man. You do this, and you realize there are, and it's chilly in here. There's a guy behind the bar. He kind of gives you a nod. There's a couple passengers from the train in here. You recognize people from the train. They're just having a drink. They're
Huddled up and ready.
yes.
I'm so cold.
It's
This
probably the
tastes
only
so
place in
good.
town where you can get alcohol, though, too. There's been no alcohol at the Baptist church.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Baptist.
with this being a Baptist...
Well, we're gonna.
I'm actually amazed
Yeah.
with this being a town with a Baptist church in it. As far as they have a bar and grill.
It
We're
is
gonna
kinda-
pull one of these, Andy. I mean, it's just the guy nods me over like.
You still have this mirror in your arms. You turn around and you try to use it.
Yes.
You don't have to. As soon as you pull it up, he's right there in your face.
What do you mean it's in my face?
He is your face,
Okay.
and he's he's
Looking
right
at
there. You can see him too. He's like oh, and then you look over to the doc, and he's in the glasses, the doctor's glasses.
Oh, he's all over the place here.
You start actually looking, and like every reflective surface. There's a spoon on a table nearby that was obviously just not put away. You can see Edward Gravitz looking out at...
like an eye or part of his face or something.
No. He's just real small. But he's like real distinct and crystal clear. You know what I mean?
Tuck the mirror under my arm.
And people are looking at you kind of strangely now.
I mean, but do I see it?
There's a guy behind the bar, too.
Do I see it too in the
And
sense?
he's kind of looking at you like...
Do I see it too in the sense that, like every little
Yes,
reflective
you're
surface
seeing it
we
too.
might pick it up?
Every reflective surface. You saw it in the mirror.
Oh God.
You start to look around. There's like some crappy pictures on the walls with glass on the front, and he's there. He's in that, and there's movement in. There's some bottles behind the bar.
Right,
There's
right.
movement in every single one of them, like somebody's peering out of each and every individual bottle that could have a reflection. It's everywhere, man. It is unnerving because he's he's all over the place in here.
Okay.
There's a pocket watch on one of the tables that's just open. Like the person drinking kind of was wanting to keep track of how long he'd been here or something.
Right.
You can see Gravitz peering out of there too.
Okay.
What are you guys doing? Right now you're just hovering near the front door.
Actually, no, not just that. We're kind of like...
Yeah, it's like
looking around with the whites of your eyes showing.
I think we could use a drink. And I walk to the bar.
Actually, I might have to modify this slightly.
Aw.
No, it's afternoon by the time this happens.
Oh.
Can we retro it forward?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. You did all the stuff you found out in the morning about.
Who knows how long
the
we talked to this
station.
little girl?
Talked to the little girl for some time, because the bar wouldn't be open.
I was actually...
Actually, you know what?
I was actually with the
You've already
doctor.
seen all this stuff.
I was
It's
actually
Christmas
with the
Day.
You were with the doctor for a
For a long
while.
time.
Hey man,
Yeah,
it's
you're
Christmas
right.
Day. Man, bar might be open early.
Okay, we'll say it's open.
I'm sure the church...
Just saying.
He
does
says,
that.
fellas, I'm only open till lunchtime. I'll be back this afternoon, but it's Christmas Day. That's what the guy behind the bar says too. It's about 11 right now.
Okay.
You guys have, or we're gonna say 11:30. So you guys have time for a drink. But he lets you know that, and he kind of said that to you, but he said it in such a way that he's also obviously aiming it at all the patrons in the place. You sat down, just picked a chair, sat down.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's kind of strange, but I'll just kind of
Yeah, you have a big mirror.
put my mirror down on the bar.
Yeah,
next to
Gravitz
me.
is just looking out at you. Sometimes when you look, you're him. Other times he's standing next to you or behind you, looking over your shoulder. But he's always staring at you. If he's behind you,
So
he's staring
fucking
at the back
creepy.
of your head. You know what I mean? He's just like looking down at you. He's never sitting. You don't see him ever sitting unless he's you. In which case, it's hard to you don't really see him sitting because
you don't see.
you
All
get
you
in the
see
way
is
stand.
yeah.
The bartender comes over. You recognize him as one of the.
One of the guys we saw in the
Hold on.
church or something?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hold on a second. Let me double check. Make sure you do. Yeah, he was. Seems like he was in the church yesterday for lunch when everybody had lunch together. But you don't remember seeing him any other time over in the church.
Okay.
Not even when a lot of the townsfolk came in and were singing and doing all the singing and everything. You don't. You're thinking. You've seen very little of this fellow.
Right.
Most of the people in town you've seen quite a bit of, even if you don't know who they are. This fellow you don't think you've seen much at the church. You have seen him there. You're pretty certain you've seen him there, but you didn't see much of him. Anyway, he comes over. What day is this?
Christmas.
I don't know, but it's
Thursday.
not. It's Thursday. Okay,
Crap.
so yeah, he did open up early for Christmas Day for a few people that needed some drinks this morning. He says, "Can I help you, fellows? We're not doing any."
Yeah, it's getting ready to say it's like...
It probably is. What you fellas need? We're not doing any food till after lunch today.
Thought you weren't gonna be here after lunch today.
No, I'm gonna open her back up at 2 like usual. It's not Sunday.
Oh, gotcha.
Actually,
But I opened up this morning because a couple pastors last night said that they could do for a Christmas morning drink. And he kind of looks over at some of those gentlemen. They're
Kind
sitting.
of look over
I
at him
was going
too.
to say, actually, I'm a
The
little...
fellas look cold.
Yeah. That's what this is for. That's what this is for. That was obviously one of the passengers. He's better dressed than most of the people.
You know, alcohol only makes you feel like you're getting warmer. It actually thins your blood out.
That's
makes
okay.
you colder quicker.
Alrighty.
Read that somewhere.
Thank you.
You did?
I didn't really read that.
What you fellas want? We got whiskey and we got there's some rye and some gin.
Whiskey, please.
You, sir?
That's all that you have?
Yeah. Well, we got some special stuff. You want some of that?
Whiskey's fine.
Alrighty. But they make that around here. And you like enamel on your teeth, don't you? You might not want to have that. And then he walks away and he goes to the bar and he brings back a couple of little snifters. Well, not snifters. A couple little glasses
yeah.
full of whiskey. Yeah, it's a couple shot glasses full of whiskey. No, they're shooter glasses. They're a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger, but
Yeah,
still.
and it doesn't cost y'all much. It costs probably 25 cents for the glass, which isn't too bad.
What's your name, sir?
Cordenham, I own this place. Ron Cordenham.
Ron? You said Ron
Yeah, he said Ron.
Cordenham?
Yeah, it sounded like it was either Cordenham or it's supposed to be Cordingham. But he
Yeah,
said
good
Cordenham. There's a big ass black cat right up on the bar too. You notice that now. You're like, whoa, I didn't see him there before.
Yeah.
What the hell? Holy, is that your cat?
Yep, that's him.
Biggest cat I ever seen.
That's Zodi. Yeah, he's big, alright. He's big. He wanders back over to the bar and starts cleaning glasses and fiddling around. And it looks like he's starting to kind of close up. You know what I mean? Oh, there he is in your drink. Here's Henford. Gravit's right in your drink. Did you take a sip yet?
Not yet.
Okay. You can
But
see him
I'll
there
look.
too. Yeah, he's there. He's any reflective sword. Shoot it. Yeah, he's gone now.
He's going out.
He's inside you.
One of those things where I'm like,
Oh, down it goes. It's warm. It's good. It's decent liquor. It's harsh. It's a little harsher than what you had on the train, but it is. It's definitely alcohol.
we're at a table right? We're not at the bar.
Yeah, I figured you guys were at a table. There was one table still free. You guys sat at that.
All right.
There's
so
not
what's
anybody
the
at the
plan?
bar, but
There was a plan?
Yeah, I had a plan to get here. Now I don't have a plan. We need a plan.
Indeed we do. A plan would be nice.
Maybe we could get back in here after he closes up. You know, look around.
So who all's in here from,
I mean, place isn't exactly airtight.
no, it's cold as hell in this place.
so now, how many people are in here, Andy? I know I'm grilling you on this a little bit, but how many people are in
That's
here?
okay. There are 4 men from the who look dressed like they're probably from the train.
From the
wreck.
train.
And there's a couple of them at the bar. And there's 2 more sitting individually at the 2 tables.
Okay. And that's all?
And-
Or are there any townsfolk in here?
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Right now, that's it.
Okay.
And the bartender and the cat
Okay.
is pretty much it. But if he's closing at 2, it's not surprising that. And plus, it's Christmas Christmas Day.
Did he bring us
so-
the whiskey bottle or just 2?
Couple glasses.
Just 2 shots of whiskey?
Yeah,
right?
once
Or-
it's all drunk, within 2 or 3 minutes, he comes back over. He's got a tray,
Okay.
and he takes your glasses, and he goes, "Another?"
Why not? So,
He takes the glasses and he heads back.
so
up
well,
to
no,
the
before
bar.
you, so
Oh.
Mr. Gordonham, are you from Falls Run originally, born and raised?
Yes, sir. Yep, born and raised here, whole life. Started this place up, make some money. Because I need money.
Well,
Because I need to live.
I was going to say. I'm actually surprised from what I understand of the.
Now, he's in a big, heavy ass
Yeah,
coat.
no.
too.
I mean, I got that big coat on too, but I assume that even that it's still kind of chilly.
It is. It is. It starts to kind of come through.
Yeah.
You know how it is. You've been
Yeah.
out in the cold having this.
Well, the other big thing is just the fact that when you sit.
Yeah, when you're sitting, you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
It starts to wear on you.
I'm actually
He
surprised.
hasn't sat down yet.
Yeah,
Cunningham.
I'm actually surprised
According
from what I've heard of the Baptist faith. They're not too keen on bars
Nope.
or dancing. Or,
God bless America.
You have a stove?
In the
You keep
kitchen,
this place
downstairs.
It's just so cold in here.
I
I mean, it's freezing
can't
in
make
here.
no profit if I'm having to burn coal, can I?
Imagine you get a whole lot of business. This place is freezing.
So, if
Well,
you, so if
well,
you,
alcohol keep you warm. He's a little short guy too. He's like 5 foot, wiry,
So if you've lived here all your life, then obviously you were here for
gray hair, and a fashionable bowl cut.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
Gray hair and a
His gray
fashionable
hair
bowl cut?
has an unfashionable bowl cut, rough around the edges. His dark eyes move constantly. He really smiles, but managed to come off as friendly now. Go ahead.
So if you've lived here all your life, obviously you were here for the last train wreck.
Yep. Had some fellers. He kind of gestures towards these other passengers, obviously, too. Come in, have some drinks here. It's great for business.
Great for business.
Well, there were people actually here. More people.
So I understand, and I'll try to
You
take,
haven't
like,
got it.
try to take like
You haven't got
yeah,
it.
we don't have-
You stopped him
No,
before
I
you
drank
left.
yours.
Yeah, I mean, but he
You
gave us
went,
the
oh.
new ones. He gave us
No.
the new ones, right?
He took the
Oh,
other
he
glasses.
came with a tray.
And
You
he
stopped
started
him.
to
Oh,
go,
okay.
and
Anyway, okay, sorry.
That's okay,
I
that's
misunderstood that. So I understand that someone went missing, actually, even after the train left, or after the passengers were supposed to have left.
well, that's what I heard.
Or at least that's what I heard from, what's his name, the telegraph man.
Johns.
Clyde.
Yeah,
Yes.
he wrote something
Yes.
in the paper about it. About
Yes.
some feller didn't show
He was
up.
going on and on about it. He showed us the papers and everything.
Probably wandered off. Maybe decided he didn't want to go back to Cincinnati. Or maybe he got off on an earlier stop. Or maybe
Maybe.
What's that article say? Does it say fiance? It talks about his fiance and everything, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay. Maybe he didn't want to get married.
Well, I suppose that is possible.
So he slipped away in the night. Let me get your drinks. And then he heads up
Okay.
to the bar. He's back within a minute
Right.
with 2 more drinks. Clink, clink. Same brown liquid. Looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'll actually reach, grab one, and push it towards him.
And then he looks at you just for a couple seconds, then he heads back up to the bar.
Take one.
Drink your own this time. I'll knock it back.
I mean, it's like I look down into it.
Yeah, there's somebody watching you from it. Yeah. When you look down, the thing that's weird is you can see his reflection here, but you can also see his reflection on the outside of the glass.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would do you good, Doc.
Yeah, you're
Knock
starting
it
to
back.
feel the warmth. The warmth just.
Yeah, knock it back. Trust me.
The doctor's a teetotaler. He's never had alcohol.
No, it's not that. I just close my eyes and just try not to look.
Yeah.
Try not to look at the glass. That's all I'm trying not to
Okay.
do.
You're seeing him in the glasses too. He's still there. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It is not brandy. It is a pretty rough whiskey.
Kind of hangs, doesn't it?
That's an accurate description. Smooth.
No. Not smooth. Like drinking gravel. What are we gonna do?
I have no idea. If this person brought us here for some reason,
Why me? Why us?
I have no idea. As far as I know of, I have never had any interaction with spirits in the past, save for this kind.
And there.
And I point to the glass.
And yeah, did you look at it when you pointed?
Yes.
Yeah, he's still there.
And so I have no idea why.
I'll tell you one thing, apparently when you die you become stupid because you can't talk to anybody anymore.
Two of the passengers at the bar get up and they're heading out. The one dude at the table with the open watch is just ordering one more drink.
If I get killed, I'm gonna come back as a ghost and I'm gonna find this guy and I'm gonna punch him right in his mouth.
Oh, sorry.
And that's okay.
Let's plan on that not happening. And I like to think that, unfortunately, I have to assume this person was not a believer, or he would not be stuck in this limbo. He would have moved on. If you could.
I think that sounds like a right fine prospect, Doc.
Indeed.
But he ain't moved on. He's haunting every window in this town. But only we can see him.
Not every window. It seems to be this place, especially.
I came out of the beard.
I want to leave this town. Really bad. I don't want to never see no ghosts again.
How do I?
But we're stuck here.
Your
Yeah.
glass tips over. Ka-tink.
It's the best he can do. To move your shoes. To buy you a drink.
It's not the best he can do if the little girl.
I don't think that was him. I don't think that was him. Sorry.
What did you think was him?
I made the comment and said he can do. He said tink, and he's like, that's the best he can do.
I know, and then you said it's
and I said it's not the best he can do. And I started to that, and he's like, I don't think that was him.
On the train. Him on the train.
Oh, okay. I didn't make that connection. Sorry.
You were right. He wasn't on the train. I don't think that was him at all.
Your glass goes over.
Maybe that's the way that he says that we're wrong.
Stand my glass back up.
It starts to kind of slide slowly towards you.
Oh,
very blatantly.
All right, well, thank you, Mr.
Cordenham.
Robert?
It stopped moving when you stood up and started talking.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good drink.
Well, thank you. All right, you boys, last call. He's talking to the other two people. They're standing up too, it looks like. One guy picks up his pocket watch.
Get my mirror.
You still got the mirror.
Walk out.
Okay. It is. You know what? It might be colder in there than it is out here.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Actually,
with the sun shining down on you now.
I will say. Well, is it actually still snowing like mad, or is it actually sunny and
somewhat
sunny?
Wait a minute.
Doesn't matter.
It does.
They
do a pretty good job with this scenario, at least telling you what the weather is like and everything. Oh no, you're right. It's still snowing.
Yeah, I do tell you what I kind of want to do though, Andy. I want to walk out, and I don't know how many windows are in this place.
None. Wait, no. There's one little window in the front.
Okay.
On the doors on the left, there's a little porch. There's a door. The door's on the kind of left. There's a very small window on the right. Okay. From inside, you could see that there was another door in the back that led to an area there was an indented area from the wall.
Okay.
You could occasionally hear noises from downstairs, clinking of like
somebody else.
It sounded like somebody's washing dishes or something.
Right.
Or
so there is somebody else here.
As far as you can tell, yeah. And sometimes you thought you could hear voices from downstairs. And you could smell food in the place. So obviously he was serving food up to just a very short while before you guys got in.
Okay.
So it sounds like there's other people here.
Right. Let's walk back to the print shop. Let's walk back to the telegraph office.
That place had plenty of windows.
Had plenty of what?
Windows.
Yeah. That's not what I'm looking forward to.
Why'd you interrupt him when he was trying to talk?
I wasn't trying to talk.
Oh, the ghost.
He was trying to tell us something. You interrupted him. You jumped up and ran out.
Forgive me if I'm a bit unnerved by sliding glass.
I thought that was a perfect reaction. Okay.
Very unnerving. Of course, it's very unnerving. I didn't like it any more than you did. But we were making progress.
I'm not so certain that we were making progress. Come on. What time is it?
Probably he's not in the reflection anymore at the moment. It's probably 11:45.
So like 15 more minutes and this guy's close enough.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys go to the telegraph office?
We have 15 minutes.
To do what?
You're on your way to the telegraph office. So.
What's the plan?
It's the plan. Too late. 15 minutes later.
If we can suffer this cold, we're going to wait, perhaps outside on the back side of the telegraph office.
Actually, there's a window in the back of that building too. It led into that little print shop that the guy had set up.
Okay, well, hopefully,
just FYI.
I shot. We're just going to watch this bar when he closes up. We're going to see if we can get inside it.
Cold out here.
Would you like to go inside the telegraph office?
I got a better idea. Follow me.
Where are you going?
Start walking back towards the church.
Okay. Carrying your mirror.
Yeah. Now, if you insult that little girl again, I am going to have to recommend that we move our berths.
No, let's go back up there to insult the little girl.
We'll move our berths.
Or whatever I call it. Move where we're sleeping.
No, that's perfect. Move our berths. I think that's a hilarious way of putting it. I think that's awesome. You get to the church. You go inside the church. Scattering of pastors. Most people are still in here. They're just kind of bored. They're just kind of chatting, talking. A few people you've seen outside.
Yeah.
More just wandering around. A couple of there's one old gentleman who's apparently gotten a snowball fight with a bunch of really little kids, like between the ages of, probably a bunch of townsfolk kids, between the ages of 4 and 8, probably. And he looks like he's having a grand old time.
Nice.
And it's Christmas Day. I made it. The spirits were right. Uh-oh. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's just one of the older men. From what you gathered from talking to the passengers over the last couple of days, he was... oh, God. What war would it be?
No.
First Boer War. No, that's British.
War to 1812?
No. Civil War, maybe. Probably a Civil War vet.
How old is this guy?
He's probably in his 60s.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So 1890 was the 1960s. So he was... And he's out there, he's really spry. Come on, you can't... Some later just got it right in the ear. Yeah, and he's just... and it's very... it's not the way that you're supposed to act, but...
Whatever.
Once you're that old. Anyway, so
you go polite side anyway.
You go back in the church.
You're like, hey, that's all right.
That's right.
You go back in the church.
I'm just gonna go put the mirror down wherever our stuff is.
Yeah, it's over in the corner. I'm assuming you got a corner to the left as you come in. That's still pretty far from the doors. That's just how I kind of figured it. And then between you and the doors is that one little family with your best friend, and the rest of the passengers are pretty. It's pretty tight, but.
Gonna go over. I'm gonna get my blanket, wrap my blanket around me, then put my backpack on over top of that, so the straps kind of hold the blanket on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And pick up my rifle. Does anybody need anything from the train?
A couple of people speak up. If you see blah blah blah, and ask if you could bring it back. If you see such and such a thing, and it's mostly a valise that has this pattern on it, or a suitcase. It's only 2 or 3 people that say that. Others are like, no, that's all right. We can wait.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go check on my brother. Memorize that first page yet?
If you see,
I'm gonna walk on by her.
If you see, do you keep walking when she starts talking? And she says it the second time. If you see a plaid valise with a pink bow, I would appreciate it if you could bring it back. You still have your back to her, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you see this.
Sure.
She's looking at him from behind because he walked past her. She's just looking at him. Do you look back? Tell me if you look back before you go. Okay.
Sure. And then I'm walking on out. Come on, Doc.
And she she closes the book and she drops it. You forgot to do that.
Thank you for doing it for me.
You're welcome.
Get a blanket, Doc.
Kind of
gonna need it.
Bundle up
Okay.
and try to walk out after him.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be a little bit after him, but you were mostly bundled up anyway because you were pretty cold.
We've been walking around anyhow.
How long did that take?
5 minutes maybe.
No, we won't take.
Do you want more? Oh yeah, you could stretch it out and been like
stretch it out for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, you're not leaving until about noon then.
Maybe we'll get a cup of coffee if there's any still brewing.
Sure. Get a cup of coffee, warm up a little bit before we go.
Yeah, you could do that. You could have gotten a cup of coffee, kind of got yourself ready, got your cup of coffee, made that announcement, blah blah blah, or probably made the announcement, then grabbed some quick coffee, and then headed out. Maybe with a coffee cup in your hand.
No.
Okay. You guys head out to the telegraph office. As you're walking, you kind of walk down by the telegraph office, and as you're down there, you do see Cordingham closing up the front door. There's a woman and 3 kids with them that look like they're teenagers. They're all bundled up, and they head up the street to the next house up, and they go in.
Oh, so they just go basically to this house right here?
Yeah, number 21. I'm pretty certain that's their house.
Yikes, and away. It makes sense, actually.
It's all right.
But you see this very clearly, because I'm assuming that you kind of slow your gait down as soon as you spot it. 21 is the Cordingham residence, yes. Yeah. So yeah, they just come down that little bit to where they pounded down area where that obviously is the street, up and then back in.
Okay, Andy, here's the
To
plan.
next house. And these are small houses. These are like Jed Clampett.
Which way is the train wreck? I guess I probably should have asked
Train wreck's
that.
down here.
It's down that way? I was
Yes.
hoping so.
It's about a mile
We're
down
gonna
that way. This
come
is
out
the
of the
main
church,
road
come down here.
that some of the villagers said goes to Grafton and other towns. The train line's way down here though. It's about a
Okay,
mile.
that's cool.
And you guys were right here when you spotted Cordingham. So you kind of slowed your gate down.
Yep.
And they went and didn't really pay you any mind. There's a lot of people bundled up.
We're going to keep on walking.
Even, not many with top hats, but with a big scarf tying it to his head.
Yeah.
Trees. Or just all open?
Trees. See?
Crap, really? That's it? That's it for trees?
There's some woods back this way, but it's not terribly close to the... this area's been pretty well clear.
We still walk down the road and then kind of turn this way. Start to walk.
Kind of turn this way a little bit, and we're going to cut straight back towards the boat. We're going to stop and look, make sure nobody's out watching us.
There's not. You can hear... There's the people mainly
to the side of the building then.
Okay. Yeah, you do so. There is a cellar door there on this side of the building. Those big open up cellar doors.
Give it a little pull.
Let's see. Hold on.
As long as are. That sound would be a little creepy though. Why so creepy? Like you're sneaking, trying to like.
Yeah, they're not locked. They don't appear to be latched or locked or anything.
Alrighty. I'm gonna let one loose.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of pull one. Really?
It's really loud. Even with the wind blowing, it's just really it's like.
Once I hear, I stop.
Okay. It just seems like it sounds like somebody's screaming at you. Is that the pounding of feet? No. It's just my imagination. It's super loud. If there's anybody down there, they know somebody's coming. Even that little...
Yeah, that or the wind just blew the thing open. Maybe try to time it with the wind gusts.
No, it's not just that. I mean, I've done squeaky things before. It's just one of those things you gotta kind of just go like...
Yeah, he's right. If you move it super, super slow...
I mean, it'll still make like little squeaks, but it'll be like turtle, slow.
Well, then we'll do it turtle slow.
Okay.
It's up to you, though. It's up to you.
Yeah, it takes you what feels like an hour and a half. It's actually like probably a minute of getting up. It still makes noise, like you said, but it's not like the...
It's not the big...
It's more... grind, metal grinding, that kind of thing. And you get it open enough that you could both slip through.
I'll slide in.
You're probably going to have to do super slow coming down, too, if you want to try to... Okay.
Yep.
So it's probably another minute, although it feels like...
Well, I'm afraid the wind's going to catch it or something like that.
Yeah, leaving it open is probably not a great idea.
Might push it closed.
Somebody's been through here, too. The snow's all trampled in this area.
We didn't bring a light.
I got matches.
Well, I'll slide in first and look.
Yeah, you went down a few steps, and then he kind of stepped down into the thing.
Before he gets totally closed, I'm going to look see if there's a lantern anywhere down here.
Looks like the steps open up into a kitchen. There's several kerosene lanterns hanging from the walls.
Are they lit?
No, nothing. It's very dark. The only light you got at the moment, at this very moment, is light coming
That's
from
why I'm going to grab one of those lanterns before he gets
Okay.
closed up. Give me one of your matches.
I'll just pull out my little case.
Your
toss it to him.
character is a pipe. You have matches.
Oh, that's true. I think I
Yeah,
forgot.
if you smoke a pipe, you probably have a
whiskey.
small thing of matches of some kind. Yeah, you get it lit.
Turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, it starts to illuminate a kitchen, obviously.
Okay.
Looks like there's it's everything that you would think there would be in a small restaurant. There's a good sized stove. Oh my god. There's steps up to your left or to your right. I can actually draw this to help you guys out.
Drawings.
We get a map.
Drawings. Yeah, we're gonna die, you dumb bastards. We don't want drawings.
Right. All the pens there. You pick up the one that's dried up.
It's the only black one.
I don't know why my black pen's dried up.
It's my fault.
Probably.
Fuck you. Okay. Fog you. Said fog, not the other word that you don't like, Erik, because you're a wuss. You guys want to grab minis just so we kind of know where people are standing?
Do we?
Yes.
I don't know.
Do you?
These steps up here. Oh shoot! This is actually this much further.
What are these? Are women?
Yeah.
Oh, they actually have the French name.
What?
Ravenloft.
Yeah, they've got a lot of cool stuff. Ravenloft is a cool ass setting, I think. And this was a nice use of it. Ooh.